there to all of my followers. Thank you for following my dreams too. Uh, Sorry I haven't done a vlog in a couple of days. The weather has been crazy here, and so it keeps knocking out my internet. So I haven't even been working on my book the past couple days just simply because the internet kept going in and out with the weather, and it was just really frustrating. So I pretty much just been watching YouTube the past couple days and playing with my crocheting stuff. Um, I'm getting better at it. Like, I made this morning. It's just a circle. I was thinking of making it for the blanket that I'm making, but I don't know. I think it's just gonna wind up being a coaster. It just being on my desk right here, I just wind up keep using it as a coaster. So it's probably what it's gonna stay for. I might make some circle ones to go in it, but for right now, that's just a coaster for my desk. This is one of the squares that I finished. This is like the big one that I did. Um, I think it's like granny squares, I think is what it's called. This is like the only pattern so far that I've really been able to like do. Besides like this, but it kind of goes at an angle there because my tension and not counting my yarn and stuff. Um, so this was actually the first thing I made, so can't complain too much about it. Um, my dad does use the little silverware holder thing that I made him. He said his friends keep trying to take off with it, but um, and then I started doing this just to like try out the pattern, and it came out really good, and I really like it. So I'm going to make a blanket out of it. I know it has like a lot of holes and stuff in it. Um, so that's kind of the thing about the blanket part of it. But at the same time, like in the summertime, um, it would be a good little blanket to put on and not have to worry about getting like really hot, I guess. Um, so I don't know. I still haven't fully. I know I'm gonna make a blanket out of it. I just don't know how good it'll be because it has all the holes and stuff in it. But if you're somebody like me, or my kids, where like I have a blanket fetish almost. I always have to have a blanket on me. I don't know why. I've always been that way. It's like my security thing. Um, Even when I was a kid, that was my safety was my blankets. Um, but I've got two more squares made. They're a lot smaller. Just messing with the colors. These are just the four colors that I have in the house. This is my mom and my dad's favorite colors. My mom is black and blue. My dad is purple and pink. And so I have a lot of different varieties of those four colors just for my parents. So I have this. I think I'm going to stay with the color pattern that I did like on this one and bring it out more so that it matches this size. Either that or I might do like smaller squares and bigger squares, kind of like checkered pattern, I guess it would be, where it's, the four squares and then you have a big square and then back to four small squares or something like that. I don't really know. I mean, the other thing I've thought about is doing kind of like a five type pattern where you have like a circle in the middle and then you've got the four squares around it. I haven't fully decided yet. I just know that this is just stuff that I'm messing around with. But these are the two squares that I have so far out of doing this. I haven't been working on my animation because, again, the weather. Um, and my mom got me the Harry Potter crochet stuff, so I'm learning how to crochet so that I can work on that. I am going to be taking it with me when I go on vacation next week, um, to give me something to do. At least when, like, I'm not doing stuff with my parents. Um, One thing that they really like doing is, like, going and finding historical plaques and stuff, and, not really my cup of tea. So I am either going to be driving them around or just enjoying some sun and working on some projects. I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do with my blanket yet. I just know I'm going to make a blanket. Um, Either I can put a sheet behind it and, kind of make it so it doesn't have all the holes in it, or find another pattern that is solid that I can do as like a backing. That's another thing that I've looked at. Like, there's a pattern that I'm looking at. It's called a checkered pattern, and I've looked at that one as having that like my back, um, and a few other like kind of closed patterns like that, so it doesn't have like the holes in it. But I haven't fully decided yet. Still kind of a work in progress. Just something that I'm playing with. And then I can't afford to get one of the hooks that's got like that rubber handle thing on it. And that metal started really hurting my finger. Like, even not having tension or anything on it, doing this, that metal part just started hurting my finger. And so I kind of just made my own, since I can't really go buy one. My mom bought me this set. It came with a couple different size hooks and a book, measuring thing. It came with some starter pins, but they don't really stay in, so it kind of sucks. I think I'm just going to get like some safety pins for when I need like a starter pin or something. But I just took a paper towel and I wrapped it around it, and then I put tape on it. And so that was pretty much all I did, kind of just to give me like a padding to hold. Somewhere, if I can find what I did with my gem art stuff, I think it's back there. Um, it should be, because the gems are back there for the project that I was working on with it. I have a Harry Potter gem art that I make off and on. It's kind of been like an ongoing project. I'll pick it up and I'll work on it for a few days, and I'll get a bunch done, and then I set it off to the side, and I'll come back to it later on, because I can only sit there and stare at those tiny little beads for so long. Even having a light table behind it, still, it starts messing with my eyes after a while, so I can only do that for so long. And I keep looking up because I have my camera. I moved it on my desk here, um, and my monitor is up there. So for me to see what the camera's seeing, I have to look up there. Um, but I don't want to put my camera up there, because then it has like a down angle, and I always have projects and crap on my desk, so I kind of like just having it like this. So that's why I keep looking up. Um, I am getting another cord to get my other monitor hooked back up, thankfully. Um, I just haven't done it yet. My mom ordered me a HDMI, because with my tower, it can't be a regular HDMI. It has to have a different end on it. I forgot exactly what it's called. One end is an HDMI, the other side is a different kind of end, for me to have dual monitors with that tower. Um, I have no idea why. I don't understand it. I just know that on that graphics card, there's only one that actually has an HDMI. The other three are a different kind of hookup. There is another HDMI port on the back of that tower, but it won't run a monitor, and I have no idea why. Um, and my other cord was actually one of my husband's, and he fixed his computer. He built his own computer, and he was upgrading it. And so he finally got that done. And while he was getting the parts and stuff to upgrade it, um, he had went down to just a small portable one, that computer that he had got or something. It kind of looks like a exterior hard drive thing, but it's a computer. Um, for like him to watch TV and stuff while he was working on his other computer. So I jacked the cord off of it because it had the right kind of hookup for my tower. Uh, but now he has all three of his monitors hooked back up, so he needs his cord back. My mom ordered me another one, anyways. She had been meaning to, and she forgot. And once he finally got his computer back up and going again, she's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to do that." So she ordered me another one. Um, I will have that soon, but I haven't really even been working on my stuff. I've been recording here and there, and I was gonna try to have my brother's roommate completely done before we went on vacation, but I don't really see that happening. I've just, mm, I've been so exhausted the past couple days. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but I've just been so tired. Like this morning, I went over to my mom's to wash her clothes, and I wound up just laying on my mom's bed going to sleep. uh, so I wind up not doing anything over there. Um, and even when I got home, I was just so tired. I've been in my kids' room off and on since I got back, trying to clean up in there. I swear they suck at keeping that room clean. I don't say too much about it because, I mean, they are 8 and 9, so they're still little kids. I mean, me and my sister were a million times worse. And now we are like neat freaks. The only time I'm not is when I'm in the middle of a project. I swear I can get so messy when I'm doing projects. With this here, it's mostly just like yarn everywhere. I only have 4 bundles inside, and well, this was a bundle. I've had this for a while. Um, I used to do plastic canvas, and I still do occasionally, so I have a lot of yarn. And then just random projects and stuff. But the actual roll of it, this is just like a normal size roll, and I wind up using it so much that it wasn't much left of it, and it has a leaf in it. Um, and my kids got a hold of it, and this is what was left. So I told my daughter if she can get it untangled, she can have it. If not, I'm just gonna throw it away. But I will have to say, after crying and fussing and complaining that he couldn't figure it out, my son actually, oops, the ball rolled off my lap. Um, he actually did pretty good. This is the chain that he was making. He got bored with the chain, so he kind of just stopped doing it. But he wants me to show him how to like do other stuff with it, and I'm actually really impressed with what he did. Um, Honestly, I have to say his chain looked better than mine the first time I did it. That's one thing. My kids are, they love art because that's something that they've always been around, because I always do art and stuff like that. I've always done it. I love doing art. And so they're just so used to it. Uh, I rolled this up because I was using it playing around, and my kids wind up taking off with it. He keeps sticking it in his pocket. Oh, I guess I have another one in here. I have this one. It's a kind of pinkish purple blue mix type color. I don't know if you can really see that on the camera. It's kind of like a multicolor type thing. There's another one I have in here. And then I've got black, purple, blue, and pink. All of these are the Red Heart. that's like my favorite kind of yarn to use. So I love using that. This one isn't Red Heart, the blue that I grabbed. It's Pamela, Lion Brand. I guess that's upside down for you. Um, we found this out in my husband's parents' building on the back part of the property. There was a big tote that had a bunch of yarn and stuff in it, and so my husband gave it to me. uh, so that's where I have that. Anything that I buy is usually always Red Heart, though, because that's like the only kind of yarn that I really like. Um, this is just, it's what I have, so it's what I'm gonna use. And my kids are off the bus, so I have to go unlock the door. Have a great day, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe.